Shalom, Ahab, Wa, Barak. First and foremost, Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Babakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers that are bringing out the 100% truth. And you know who it is. You know who it is. Only one people, only one group is saying that. So, only one people, and those are the people in the sackcloth. So now I wanted to get into a class about our deliverance. And so, because it's like, I don't want to sit here and monologue about my own personal life. It's just not what I really want to do, but there's a lot of things that have been happening in the last 30 days of my own personal life to let me know that I'm glad that I've been teaching Sirach chapter 2 and 1 through 10 almost daily, and 2, 3, 4 verses come to mind. But this is all part of our deliverance. Let me get it real quick. I think this has an apocrypha in it. Yeah, here we go. Watch this. I want to show you guys something. So, like I said, I had a whole bunch of stuff happen to me in a month. So let's go over it real quick, and then I'm going to read this to you. So, both my vehicles broke down at the same time, and so I went to go get the parts. It turns out the parts are really expensive, so I wasn't able to get the parts. Now, I did go to school to be a mechanic, but I'm a finish carpenter because I've always been a finish carpenter when I try. Anyway, that has nothing to do with it. So I can fix it myself is what I'm saying. I can fix both the cars myself. But I haven't been able to do it, and now it's been a month. So I haven't been able to go out and teach the word on the streets. I live 20 miles outside of town. There's no bus routes out here. There's not even a store for over 10 miles. Not even a gas station, nothing. I literally live in the middle of the desert. So, on top of that, my dog, well, this Rottweiler came out of nowhere and just showed up at our house and decided that it was just going to live there for the whole day. It just never left. It just refused to leave. So we gave him water and food, and then my dog, I have a Husky, and he jumped out and he started fighting with them instantly. So in the process of trying to stop him from fighting, I pulled a muscle on my leg really bad. So I got my broken down truck, I got my muscle in my leg pulled, and then I go to work, and my son is kind of sick. And I'm like, oh no, because we share a lot of stuff. He's my son, and so I'm like, damn it, I knew it. And instantly, when I saw him cough and I heard the cough, I was like, oh no. So now my throat's a little messed up too, because now I'm sick also. Now on top of all that, we got the broken down, 2 vehicles broken down, not just one. So I have no way out of here except for my work truck, but I'm not allowed to drive that to go bring out the word. So I've got 2 vehicles down. I haven't been able to go bring out the word for a month. I haven't been able to drive for a month. I got a little bit sick. I've got a pulled muscle on my leg. Now the icing on the cake. Last year we were in a bankruptcy. It still hasn't been fully completed yet. The judge still has to do his part where he puts the gavel down. He goes through all the paperwork just to make sure everything was right. Well, during this process, my mortgage company decides that they're just going to try and foreclose on it. But I am not behind on any payments. And so that's highly illegal. If anybody knows anything about a bankruptcy, you can't really take somebody's house. The bankruptcy is because of my first marriage. There's over $100,000 in bills I didn't know about. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So the mortgage company is trying to steal my house from me. So I go on online and I look up what my house is worth. Well, it turns out I have like over $100,000 in equity in the house. And what that means is that if I were to sell it at the market value right now, I would walk away with over $100,000 in my pockets. That's the last thing they want to see an Israelite do, have just all this money and be an Israelite, following the laws. I never realized, when I had to show my wife, I sent her a screenshot of how much our house was worth today. And we owe like $130,000 on it. So, and we're locked at like a very low interest rate. And right now the interest rate is 7.2%. So what they want us to do is they want to either take the house from us or get us to refinance at 7.2% somewhere. No matter what, they get their payout. Just as long as they get us. So my lawyer, of course, says, that they can't really do anything like that. So they all that paperwork disappears. It doesn't disappear, but they give up on it. And then they send more paperwork trying to get us to sign a paper that literally it literally says if they feel at any time uncomfortable for any reason at all, that they can just take our house. So what if he gets a hangnail one day and he decides that, oh no, this hangnail's too bad, I'm going to take their house. That's how vague the writing is. And my lawyer's like, these are the exact words of my lawyer. I would not fucking sign that. He said that exact words. And he goes, I got this letter too, and I've been trying to avoid it. I think I was waiting for them to say that they made a mistake. Because you know why? Because they're breaking the law. And now they realized they were breaking the law with the first set of paperwork. Now this new set of paperwork, I guess we're just supposed to be retarded. Or like 1,000 million years old and we just don't know anything. I don't understand so what this all is coming down to is it's great travail. I am part of Zion. I'm in great pain and suffering at all times. My life is in the balance. So it takes me straight to the book of Sirach, because we're going to be delivered. So I'm going to get into a class on deliverance, but I want to bring this out first. It's Sirach. I say this to you guys all the time, so now let's read it again. It's all me too. My life is literally stuck in the balance. If these people are like doing anything they can to take they were like the equity. I didn't know that I had all this equity in this house. I didn't realize that I'm literally worth over $100,000, I guess. But they know that. Just like they knew we were Israelites and wouldn't tell us, right? So let's get this. My son, this is Sirach chapter 2. I'm starting from 1, and then I'm going to bring out a class about being delivered. I'm sorry I have to bring this out because this is how it's going down lately. This is how it's been going down. My son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. And you know what Satan does? He'll tempt you not only with trying to scare you into doing something stupid, but also he'll come with your favorite sin and tempt you with that. Now I want to I'm just going to read this right through. You guys are going to understand this. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last day. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Have faith. Patience, experience, hope, faith. Okay? So, let me read one more. For gold is refined in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. I do have to read verse 6, so I'm sorry. 2 more. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, Wait for his mercy and go down aside, lest ye fall. So I had to read 2 more. 1 through 7. So, right now we need this. This class I'm about to bring, we need to know this. This is the oil right now that's going to help light your way if you're one of the wise virgins. Let's get into this class though. Because with that being said, I want to just get into it. This is Israel is being delivered. We're literally the nation of Israel is literally in front of your eyes, real time. Every second that ticks, we're getting closer and closer to full deliverance. So it's like this, a little bit more and more. Each tick is prophecy being fulfilled. Let's get into it. Let's start at Isaiah chapter 29, KJV. And I'm sorry for the rant at the beginning, but you know what? I had to set the mood. All kinds of stuff's happening to me. My life is in the balance. I'm in great travail. And you know what? I'm honestly, I don't know whether to be sad, scared, or just totally excited that the Most High is dealing with me. Right? Like, I'm just like, I'm like holding my breath. I don't know what he's going to do next. But according to the experiences that I've gone through, cleave unto him and depart not away, and at thy last end joy shall spring up. So I know that at thy last end he's going to make this a joyful situation. Let's get Isaiah chapter 29. Isaiah chapter 29, okay? That's where we're going to start today. This is our deliverance. We're in great travail. We're in great pain and suffering right now. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. So, let's get it. Isaiah chapter 29. And we're going to start at verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, the Shabbaoth, with thundering and with earthquake, with great noise, with storm and tempest, and flame of devouring fire. So we know that the flame of devouring fire is the nuclear missiles. We're going to work it backwards. We're going to start with the flame of devouring fire. That's the nuclear missiles. That's also when the chariots come. Okay? Now the chariots can do anything they want. Now, we know that. And I mean, if you really want to get into it, so many volcanoes are erupting right now too. So there's more than one flame of devouring fire, but the real flame of devouring fire is going to be the inner ballistic, I don't even know what they are. Something ballistic missiles that are nuclear, like 1,000 times as strong as the atom bomb. But then you got, like I said, the chariots too. And that's pursuant to Isaiah chapter 66, 15, and 16. So we know the chariots are coming too. But he also says that by his sword he shall plead with all flesh. That's the nuclear missiles. So the sword, we know that that's Esau, because Esau conquered everything with his sword through destroying everything. All right, let's keep going. We're going backwards. Tempest. A tempest is like a tornado. We have a record right now. In the last year, we have had more tornadoes than any time in all of history. Tempest. Storm. We know what storms are. We've had storms, and I can turn on 1,000,000 storms right now, and easily I can pull out 1,000,000 storms right now. I would have to, I got a specific channel where legitimately all he does is bring out all the storms. But I'm not going to bring that out right now. I'm not. What I am going to do is just try to stick with my notes tonight. So, great noise. That right there. That great noise, when you look it up in the Strongs, is talking about an uproar of the people. So the great noise is all of these riots and these protests going on. We have that. We have the earthquakes. We have more earthquakes in the last year than in all history. Thunderstorms. I live in Arizona. We got the most thunder. I don't even know what to think about other places. We get so much thunder and lightning out here. I mean, it looks like I've seen the sky get lit up in the middle of the night so bright it was like daytime. So all that's happening right now, real time. Everything I just said, that's the Lord of War. And he's going to be visiting who? The earth. Not just Israel. He's going to come and deliver the 1/3, but he's got to finish, getting rid of the 2/3. So we can see a rise in the death of our people with no repercussion to the to the person that's persecuting, the persecutor. He's not getting anything. But the Israelites, man, they're getting double time. And anything that you can think of, the consequences seem to be double. A 14-year-old kid sees a man punch his mom in the face twice, pulls out a gun, and shoots the man while his mom is screaming, "Shoot him! Shoot him!" And then the man starts running out, and she said, "No, I killed that motherfucker." Well, you know what? We don't know the side story. I mean, I don't know if they knew each other or not. Somebody does. Somebody knows the story. But the thing is the point is that the 14-year-old kid did shoot at the man according to his mom's instructions. Also, the dude's beating up his mom right in front of him. Grown-ass man. And he's holding a gun. Think about it. What are you going to do if somebody's beating your mom, punched your mom in the face like a grown-ass man? Whether she's wrong or right, she just got punched in the face and that's your mama. That kid, they had to do an investigation. I watched the video. I saw the whole thing. It was 40-something seconds. And honestly, what was there to investigate? The dude punched his mom, and then the kid walked into the place as his mom was getting punched. Whoa. So, they had to do an investigation on a little kid. They were going to try him as an adult, and then people started like, no. Now, the thing is that we're getting punishment double time. Now, women are getting dealt with. The dude dealt with the woman. He's a man that's tender among us. We got the woman that's tender among us. You put them in the same room together, the man and the woman that are tender among us, they start fist fighting. Now you got women will give birth to monsters. He walks in with the gun. Shoots the guy. Now, if we were to play this scenario and make everybody white, that little kid would have been an instant hero for protecting his mother. Don't make the dude black. Don't let just the guy that punches the white woman be black, because they would have definitely killed him and taken him to jail and then killed him again. They would probably resuscitate him and killed him a third time. So the point is that everything that's happening to Israel is literally double time. And that's getting ready to stop. That is getting ready to stop. And in fact, let's just go into it. Isaiah chapter 29, and we're going to start at verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and earthquakes and great noise, with storm and tempest and flames of devouring fire. Okay? We understand that now. So, storms, wildfires, you name it, it's happening. You know what's funny? We are our forefathers. The prophets have been sent back to usher in the end time prophecies. And here they are. They're happening. We're out on the street corners. You know how many people are telling us we shouldn't even be out there? It's getting shaky. But watch this. Let's jump around. Let's jump around because we have what I said in the beginning is that we have the two witnesses that are going to usher in all these end time prophecies through the power of the Spirit. So let's get it. Let's jump over to the book of Revelation. And I hope this class isn't like ultra boring to death because I've tried to put this class up about 4 times and my phone's turned off, my dog started trying to break the window down. You name it, it's happened to me during this class. So I'm going to keep trying to bring this class out until I get it right. But I think it's just Satan come immediately when the word is sown in your heart, and he takes away the word that was sown in your heart, and we all know that. That goes into I think Mark chapter 4 and 16. I don't know. But anyway, I can never remember where anything's at, so I'll be rattling off verses that are not in the right place. So don't let me look it up and confirm it first if you're going to listen to anything I say about a verse. Revelation chapter 11, and we're going to start at verse 1. We're going to start from the top. This is actually some notes I took from 5 years ago. If I didn't already say that, probably did. So this is just really old notes about being delivered, our deliverance. Maybe more than 5 years ago. Let's see how it goes though. Starting from the top. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod. There was given unto me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood saying, Rise and measure the temple of Yahweh, the altar and them that worship therein. Of course, that's the 1/3. But the court which is without the temple leave out, and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles. And the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months. Okay? I'm just getting both Bibles out. Oh, this one's got... No, it still doesn't. Okay. And let me keep going. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses. Like I said, where the 2 witnesses are going to usher in the end time prophecies and get everything moving along, because the Most High, that's part of the prophecy, is for the 2 witnesses to prophesy. Isn't that neat? So, let me go ahead and read it again. I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. So, okay, so we know that the 2 witnesses, and we're going to figure out who the 2 witnesses are right now. But I got to do a little side note here. Clothed in sackcloth. Nate, you need to take some notes on that. You're wearing all gold. You're riding in on a horse. I'm still getting hate mail from that video. You really just do too much, and you should be clothed in sackcloth. You know how much we would admire to see you call on Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, and give all of the dirty money back and put yourself back in sackcloths, humble yourself, and show the congregation how to really get into the kingdom. But that clothed in sackcloth, it makes me think about that every time. You come in with the nicest fits, whole fashion show. It says that we're going to teach in clothed in sackcloth. That's not getting dressed up to the T and ultra lined up and gold bracelets that go halfway down your forearm. But I'm gonna let that go now, because I honestly got a lot of respect for the ones that the Most High chose to be leaders in Israel. So I want to say that too. Now, I have no respect of persons, but I want to be like David more than Saul. So I would rather know that the men that have camps and foundations are anointed of the Lord. And you have to understand that. He's not clothed in sackcloth. He's very prideful, but he still was put here in his position by Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai over the children of Israel. So we got to deal with that. And we have to respect that because it was Yahweh's decision, not ours. Now, let's go back into it though. Now that we've got away from the sackcloth, let's get back to the two witnesses. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before Yahweh of the earth. Okay, so now we know that they're witnesses. Alright? Let's keep going. So, because what we're going to do is we're going to have to get a precept because we need to figure out who the two witnesses are. So, this is for all you newbies, honestly. I'm just beating around the bush. Everybody that is in, like, the only camp I study with is GMS. So I'm going to say everybody in GMS knows who the two witnesses are. Everybody in IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, all the camps know who the two witnesses are, if they even studied once. This is for all you people that are trying to figure out what's going on. So we got to figure out who the two witnesses are. So we go over to the book of Jeremiah. And in the book of Jeremiah, we want to go to chapter 11. And we're going to start at verse 16. The Lord called thy name a green olive tree. So there we go with the olive tree because hold on. Revelation chapter 11 KJV. And so in verse 4, that's why I wanted to get it. So these are the two olive trees, all right? And Yahweh called thy name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit. Okay? With the noise of a great tumult, he hath kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. For the Lord of hosts, the Shabbaoth, that planted thee, hath pronounced evil against thee for the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves to provoke me to anger and offering incense unto Baal. So, who are the two witnesses? It's Judah and Israel. Or you could also say the northern and southern kingdom. Let's go back over to the book of Revelation and go to verse 5. And if any man will hurt, these are the two olive trees, the two candlesticks standing before Yahweh of the earth. That's verse 4. Going to verse 5. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must be in this manner, and he must in this manner be killed. So I know that in Proverbs it talks about, because it says fire will proceed out of our mouths. And it always makes me think of it's right in here somewhere. Proverbs chapter, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am, because it says fire will proceedeth out of their mouth and devour their enemies. And then the very next line is, if any man will hurt them, they must in any manner be killed. So what is the fire that proceedeth out of our mouth and devoureth our enemies? Um, I'll find it. It's in here. I know it's. Oh, I found it. No, I didn't. Oh my gosh, I have such a hard time finding anything. And I know it's right here in chapter 25 too. It's gonna make me mad when. Aha, I found it. Verse 21. So go to Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 21. So, because it says, if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth. So in Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 21, it says, if thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. And if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. What it's saying is, if he wants to, if he comes near you, and let's read it, and he tries to hurt you, the fire that proceeds out of your mouth is the not only the knowledge of the scripture, but the wisdom. And when they hear that knowledge and that wisdom, it's like hot coals burning them up inside. That's why I was thinking, well, that's like the fire proceeding out of their mouth, because they're getting burned up by it spiritually. And devour their enemies, and if any man will hurt them, they must in this manner be killed. And you got to understand, if you mess with the prophets, that can get very physical. You got to remember, the Most High has a favorite everything. And he has a favorite people. So watch out when you go deciding that you're going to go against the prophets and try to stop them, because you'll realize that there's going to be a major conflict, and we're the ones getting delivered right now. We're the ones that are going through hell, more hell than I've ever been through in my life. And I can only think that it's the Most High. He's getting ready to deliver us. It's got to be. Why would he be doing all this or letting these things happen? Because he doesn't really tempt man, or he can't be tempted by man. Neither he tempteth any man. So. But anyway, so you see what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is really going down. It's getting ready to happen. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the book of Revelation, because we went off. We went all over here, there, and everywhere. But we know that the two witnesses are Judah and Israel. We know that if any man will try to hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth. And honestly, let me read verse 6. These have the power to shut heaven, and that it rain not in those days of their prophecy, and have the power over water to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. So what does that say? It's saying that we're reading these prophecies and they keep happening. How many times have you seen a body of water turn to blood? It wasn't just once. It wasn't just once. That's probably got some record-breaking moments too. In fact, everything right now is breaking records for how horrible it is out there. But when you think about it, it sounds like Egypt all over again. And as often as Yahweh wants, he can send plagues. He can do anything he wants. He can do it as he sees fit. Also, if you're one of the children of Israel and the enemy tries to afflict you, that person must be killed. Like I said, the Most High has favored people. That was my notes from 5 years ago. You must be killed. All right, let's keep going. Revelation chapter 11, verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. I love this verse because when they are finished with when they have finished their testimony, that means famine of the word. That beast that ascended came up and out of the bottomless pit, out of Europe, and we all know that the whore that rides upon the beast, that great red dragon, that whore is Babylon, secret Babylon, right? So, and then we got the Statue of Liberty right there in New York, showing us that this is the whore, that this is secret Babylon. So, and the reason why that's so important, because it says the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit. Where did all these Caucasians come from? Europe. Europe is a bottomless pit because it has no natural resources. Look it up. Bodies of lands are called pits. A bottomless pit has no resources. You can dig as deep as you want and you'll never find anything. So for all of you dummies out there that thought that was talking about some crazy devil, you're not being dealt with by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and we will laugh at you in the kingdom. But let me keep going. So the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them. So how's he going to make war against us? Let's see if I can find it. I'm almost feeling like I'm going to find a verse tonight. Daniel, I think it's Daniel chapter 8. Daniel chapter 8, and we're going to go to verse 25. 8 and 25 on Daniel. Let's see if I got it finally. And through his policy, Daniel 8 and 25, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but shall be broken without hands. So, let me go ahead and read that again. The beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them. How's he going to make war against us? Through policies and laws and in the name of peace, he's going to make it illegal to teach the 100% truth. So, that's how he's going to make war against them, and shall overcome them. Now here's the part that I really find interesting. And kill them. So the word kill also means to stop publication of. So when you go to watch your favorite prophet from GMS and all of a sudden the channel doesn't exist anymore, that's a spiritual way and physical of trying to kill the prophets, to stop publication of. So we know that now. Let's go to verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Let me read 9 with that, and I'll break them down together. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their bodies to be put in graves. So let's go back to 8 now. So let me give you an example of the dead bodies lying in the street. We had the maybe I can even find it. Oh man, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I doubt it though. My phone, my TV kind of doesn't work all the time. Let's go. So I want to give you a perfect example of dead bodies lying in the street. If I can, I'll be. Oh, I found it. Let me see if I can zoom in on this one. This is exactly what it's talking about. It's not talking about just a bunch of stinky dead people lying in the street. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Watch this. I didn't know we were going to get a little video in this too. A video within the video. Okay. That's a Pizza Hut and a Wing Street. Do you see what's going on there? Hold on, let me pause it real quick. Let's see what she has to say. You know, I'm not a big fan of hers, but she does make a lot of sense. But you saw it. They were twerking on the top of a Wing Street for Juneteenth. Now let's see what she has to say. Hold on, let me turn it up so we can make sure we hear it. Oh yeah, we'll hear that.
Hank says, I'm enjoying my black freedom quite like twerking on top of a Wing Street and Pizza Hut in front of a large crowd.
Let's go back to it again. Fair use, fair use.
Nothing says, I'm enjoying my black freedom quite like twerking on top of a Wing Street and Pizza Hut in front of a large crowd.
All right, so you guys saw it. You understand now what's going on. That is what it's talking about. When it's talking about their bodies lying dead in the street, so the people are legitimately just spiritually dead. They have no direction. They're just going through life aimlessly without understanding who they really are. And I'm going to get into that too. That's perfectly stated right there. They don't understand who they really are. And it says in verse 9, and the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies. So they know that you're spiritually dead. And 3 days and a half and so they know that we're spiritually dead. The 3.5 days is actually talking about the hardcore slavery bondage that we were in when they were really living it up. You know, make America great again. But, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put into graves. So you saw what Israel's doing. To suffer a dead body and put it in a grave would be to tell that Israelite that they're an Israelite and that they need to wake up to the truth and stop the wicked behavior. So they would never do something like that. That is not how it works. They're not here to help us. They're only here to keep us asleep so they can enjoy their time a little bit longer. So now we know that they wouldn't do anything to wake us up. So to put us in a grave would be to put us to rest. So how could we actually rest? By knowing the truth and be put back in our position. But the Most High said, you ain't going nowhere until I come and get you. Let's keep going. Verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. So, how did we torment them? I mean, there's more than one thing, but I mean, when David and Solomon ruled over everybody, they ruled with the Levitical law, which the other nations didn't follow. So we'll stick with that one, but we'll just say that for right now. So we tormented them that dwelt on the earth when we were in rulership. And we'll just leave it at that. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. Like I said, I've done this class 3, 4 or 5 times, honestly, and I still haven't put it up. Hopefully this one will be the one. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry. So, because we're spiritually dead, these people can literally, they're rejoicing over us because they're getting high above us and we're down here in slavery. We don't even know who we are anymore. So they're like, great. If they don't know who they are, we don't have to worry about their God ever again. Their God will destroy us. And if we can keep them asleep, we don't ever have to worry about that God coming back to destroy us. So, to make merry, and shall send gifts one to another. That is talking about they're very happy that we're not in a position to do anything for ourselves. But the gifts, they were taking us as slaves and exchanging us. Now, there's a lot of different types of slaves. Yes, that's absolutely right. You can just decide which one it is. It's not up to me. But they were taking the slaves and they were trading them, not trading, but giving them as gifts to one another. So you got to remember those first few Christmas celebrations, we were the gift. And the word Christmas, just saying, side note. Be death of Christ, mas, death of Christos. Christos mas, or Christmas. It means death of Christ. Be merry, that's what you guys say. You guys are so weird. You're into some weird practices. You're into some weird practices. Okay, so we've exhausted that verse. Let's go to verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit from Yahweh entered into them. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So after 350 years of hardcore bondage, the Spirit of Yahweh, we got that Holy Spirit back, the prophets did, to wake up the 1/3 and usher in the end time prophecies. So that the Holy Spirit entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. In other words, we went back out to the highways and the hedges and started preaching to the wind again in our sackcloth. This shirt is a sackcloth. It's literally a sackcloth. It's just a beat up old t-shirt I have to wear to work. Everything I have is sackcloth. We would have nice clothes, but what's the point? There ain't nothing nice in this place. I buy my kids nice stuff. I don't really need anything here. I am in want of no good thing. But anyway, let's keep going. We know that they rejoiced over us. They exchanged us for gifts. They were mad because we were in rulership at one time. Plus, like I told you, our God will destroy them. And it's mentioned that they have to be destroyed just for messing with us. But let's go to verse 11. And after the 350 years, the Holy Spirit entered into them. And they stood upon their feet, they started teaching again, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So didn't everybody see us? Well, the people that it's talking about that saw you are the people that understood what was going on. Oh no, the prophets are back. Our time is almost up. You think that we're the only ones that know this book? Oh no. They search out iniquity. They do a diligent search. The heart of Esau is very deep. He'll search out to see what's going on. He knows. He knows that his time's coming to an end, and it says that they're going to work faster and faster. And what do we got? Operation Warp Speed. But who's getting delivered right now? After 3.5 days, the Spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them. Who's it talking about? The Israelites. The Israelites. The Israelites only. Not spiritual. That's nowhere in any Bible. That is a made-up doctrine by Christian heathens from different nations that read the Bible and think that they're going to get into heaven because they were lied to. No. the Spirit of God entered into, the Spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, entered into Yashar Allah. Now, let's keep going. Verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. What did they do? They ascended up to heaven in a cloud. And there's more. And their enemies beheld them. So, that's my favorite verse. That's my favorite verse. Did you hear what it said? And their enemies beheld them. So, I just kept reading. I really went in, but I'm gonna read. No, that's it. That's it for that. I'm gonna jump over to the book of Esdras. I mean, you know what? I just want to get one more verse, and then I want to close out for tonight. I still got like pages and pages and pages of notes. This is one really long. I never knew this class was so long. Yeah, this class is still like, I didn't even make it. I made it one page in on this. I have 10 pages of notes on this class without being delivered. So I wanted to just bring out one more verse, and then sorry guys. And then I want to just call it. I want to bring out this last verse, and because like I said, this class is about being delivered. This whole time right now, even all of the stuff I was telling you in the beginning, it's part of the great travail before the woman gives birth. So we got to go through all these birthing pains before we can be delivered. So if you go to Isaiah, I think it's Isaiah. Oh, I found it. I found a verse. Isaiah 66 and 8. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen? You know what? I gotta get this in the Bible Hub. I gotta get this. This is the one time I really like the Bible Hub because it shows you every different Bible and every break. It shows you the verse from every Bible, like NIV, KJV. You know what I'm saying, like etc., all the different Bibles. So Isaiah 66 and 8 KJ. Where is it? 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 Okay, now it won't give me Bible Hub. It does this, man. I don't understand. Bible Hub's like on top of there it is. I had to redo it. I was like, why does it do this to me? Okay, so King James Version, and then I'm gonna read it to you in it's called the don't tell me they took it out now. Where's the Berean Bible? See what I'm saying? Wow. I can't believe that. The one I want to show you guys. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, they didn't take it. They didn't take it. Okay. King James Version. Isaiah 66 and 8. This is where I wanted to close out tonight. And then hopefully, most high willing, somebody watches this video and wants to see the rest of it. So, King James Version. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such a thing? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. The whole beginning of this class is about me and travail and about the everything. So you gotta understand we're getting delivered. I told you. But that might have been a little bit hard for you to understand. So let me give it to you in the Berean. I don't know if I'm saying it right. The Berean. Whatever it is, it's the Berean Bible, the Berean Standard Bible, and it's Isaiah 66:8. Who has heard such a thing? Who has heard of such as this? Who has seen such things? Can a country be born in a day? Woo! Or a nation be delivered in an instant? Come on now. I don't know how much more of that I really have to break down for you guys. Yet, as soon as Zion was in labor, she gave birth to her children. Children. Plural. So, have you ever heard such a thing? Who could be saved in an instant? Who's going to get delivered in an instant? Come on now. I just told you this class, man, we're going to get delivered. I told you in the beginning of the class. Every possible thing keeps happening to me, Beth. But I know to keep my trust in Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And then that takes us right back to where we started at. Sirach chapter 2, KJV. This is Sirach chapter 2 and 2. Set thy heart aright, constantly endure. Make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Blessed are they that do, that they may receive a crown of life. What chapter of this? I think I found it. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. This is James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Okay? For when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. So, there is a goal here. The purpose is to apply everything you can from this book righteously, excitingly, like, yes, I can do this, I can do that, I can do all these things, and the Most High will see it because he's watching me. So, and blessed is the man that stays away from all of, and we're all tempted. We're all tempted. We've all fallen at least 7 times and had to get back up. Ain't nobody perfect out here, and if we were, we wouldn't be out here. The Most High ain't dealing with us like that. So, what we're working for is a crown of life. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai has promised that to them which love him. How do you love the Most High? I think that's 2 Timothy. No, that's study to show yourself approved. The love of God is to keep his commandments. There it is. 1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. So when you're in James 1 and 12, the answer to that, when they're saying, like, the people that love Yahweh, well, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. So you go to 1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of God. So how do you know if you love God? For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. And like I said, be excited to apply this to your life, right? Excited to be able to do this, do that, do this, do that. And the Most High is watching me. I just said that. Listen carefully. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous. They're not sorrowful. They're not painful. They shouldn't be stressed. You shouldn't be stressed out to keep alive. You should be excited that there's a way out. And I always, you know me, I got to finish that class the right way. Let's go to Revelation chapter 22 and 14 tonight. Blessed are they that keep his commandments. Those are the ones that love Yahweh. That they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. It all reads the same. We are in the middle. We're not in the middle, but maybe we are. I don't know where we're at in deliverance, but Elder Apostle Tahar said, hopefully this is the last year, and I agree with him. The things I said about the beginning of the year have already happened. I had a prophecy that all of these fake camps and fake teachers and all you guys are going to get exposed, and you did. And horrible things are happening out there right now. But if you got eyes to see, spiritual eyes, and spiritual ears to hear that truth, I pray that you're able to get something out of this message. And again, double honors to the elder apostles, prophets, and teachers that are coming with the 100% truth. And also, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakwakadash, Shalom.